Hello all and welcome to another Caffeine Entertainment video. It's Art here with the short story review of A Hard Man to Kill by Charlie Higson. It's Young Bond story number 4.5. They released it as 10 because it was originally released in 2009 as part of the Young Bond dossier that we in the States here never got. So they released it to us in ebook format in November of 2023. So it takes place between Hurricane Gold, at the end of Hurricane Gold, and before the events of By Royal Command, which was Charlie Higson's last Young Bond outing. So therein lies that one. So that's where it lies. So one of the things I loved about it is it's a brand new Charlie Higson Young Bond adventure for me to go on. One of the things I didn't like about it is it was slow and tedious and predictable. Was it fun? Yes. Was it a little contrived? Yes. Was it any real good? That's left to be subjective. I liked it, but I expressly knew where the story was going well before Higson himself got the reader there, because it was very predictable. It was fun. You do get to see Renee Mathis in this story, which Bond fans know who Renee Mathis is, and somebody from Bond's past, I believe from Double or Die or Blood Fever, comes back in Wilder. But you know Bond is going to stop the bad situation because he has to, because it's a Young Bond story, and we have the Ian Fleming Bonds and all the subsequent Bonds to go. So we know Bond lives, we know his Aunt Charmaine, who's in the story, lives. We know everybody lives, so the stakes aren't as high as they could be in hindsight. Another thing I didn't like is it took them to 50% of the story. So the short story is 71 pages long. It took them to page 36 to get to the action part, and to get, not really to the action part, but to the problem of the story, to the issue of the story, to the criminal of the story. It took them that long to do. It took Higson that long to do that, which is why to me it was a bit slow, because they were setting up that Bond was enjoying the ship ride back from Mexico to England, and they were building, Higson was building too much of the ancillary surrounding area and didn't get to the point quick enough for a story that was only 71 pages long, so that when we do get to the point, it feels almost artificially rushed, because you know you're coming to the end of the story. Now, it may have been, he may have done that to try to give an adrenaline thrill ride boost, but there's many other ways you can give it an adrenaline thrill ride boost other than doing it the way he did it. Let's be honest here. And yes, I am wearing my 007 shirt on purpose. As you well know, I try to wear one of my 007 shirts when I do Bond reviews, so this is no different. But, and I'm not saying this was a bad outing. I am not saying that in the least, so don't construe that. I'm saying this is an average, run-of-the-mill outing. Was the action good when it got there? Yes. Was it slow? Yes. Was the bad guy vapid? I mean, for God's sakes, he was compared to Napoleon Bonaparte constantly because he was French. Should you read the story? Well, that's up to you. If you like the young Bond and you're not in the UK and didn't get a chance to read it in the Young Bond dossier in 2009, then by all means read it. By all means, go ahead and read it. By all means. But you'll be repeating yourself if you're in the UK, and they may not even release it over there in the UK as an ebook story in November of last year. But it is what it is. So what do I grade it? For me, it's a read it, own it, like it. It's not a love it, because By Royal Command is so much better. By Royal Command is such a great book, and Hurricane Gold in its own right is a great book. That this is kind of, at best, a fun little adventure. But as far as Bond standards go, I would call it a popcorn fart. Like this doesn't enhance the young Bond character, and it doesn't. It's fun. It doesn't enhance the Bond character. It doesn't detract from the young Bond character. But it obviously, I didn't miss much in 2009, having not read this between Hurricane Gold and By Royal Command like the UK readers did. Will a young Bond reader who is actually young enjoy it? Maybe. But I can tell you that the Alex Rider book series is better than this short story. And hell, the Young Bond book series itself is better than this short story. Now, I do like the premise of Young Bond, so more Young Bond would always be welcome. But I would want a full-fledged novel, in my opinion. Like I said, it's a read it, own it, like it on my scale. It's a 3 out of 5 on the GoodReads scale. It's average at best in story form. It's not terrible, but it's not his best outing either. It's 3 out of 5 at best, period, on the GoodReads scale. But I am glad that I read it, because now I've read currently all of the Young Bond stuff that is out there and available to me, so that is never a bad thing. Leave in the comments down below if you've read the Young Bond series, or if you read A Hard Man to Kill, and what you thought of it. Try to keep it spoiler free if you can. But until next time, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And without further ado, I'll see you again soon. And peace.